Welcome to the Profits session. My name is Dennis and this is a primed session. In this specific session, I'm going to teach you exactly how we make, keep, and multiply profits. Now, this is a primed workshop provided to you by the Prime Traders group or community. I'm going to go over what our mission is, what we do, and how we help traders like yourself to succeed. Now, we got a lot of people in here. There is no time to waste. So I'm going to go straight into this, but before I begin, I want to clarify that this is a two-part webinar. In this one, we're going to be going over the general idea. In the second workshop, we will go into specifics, open live trades and everything else. So, introduction, me and the Prime Project. So, very quickly, I've been working in the financial markets for the last 12 years. I've managed brokers, I've hired thousands of people, trained them from scratch, hired them from bars, Starbucks, cafes, even coffee shops, and trained them up and gave them a chance to work in the financial markets. I have a really long and very successful track record. Brokers till this day still offer me positions, but I'm done working on their side. I've moved 5 years ago on working on the trader side. So I started working on my purpose when I turned 25, which is 5 years ago. Just turned 30 this October, 5th of October. And my purpose and my passion is really teaching, guiding, and helping others. And in return, that's how I achieve my goals. Now, about the Prime Project, I started this after I run a different education firm, but I decided it's time to let go of that and totally change the paths, or my path, let's say, and create something totally different and basically dominate the education and guidance sector of the financial markets. That's what I'm doing here, and that's what I will be doing. So that's what we're going to be pushing and creating. That, in short, is exactly what we're doing here. Now, to explain it like this, I'm going to be running a community. I run courses and private coaching. So if you want to be a part of this, send me an email, shoot me a message, reach out to me, find me. My business is omnipresence. I'm everywhere at all times. I work 17 hours a day. That's how much I love what I do. So, the Prime Traders team. Now, in this workshop, we will only focus on the complete aspect of actual trading using this specific system. A lot of specific information is going to be coming your way, so I need you to have your attention centered at me. And by this, I mean your eyes, your ears, and your focus. Before we begin, gentlemen and ladies, here's what we got in store for you in this workshop. We are going to be going over the complete aspect of the Prime system, and that consists of two essential factors. The first one, very important, but not the core of it. The technical system components, how trading is done. That's 20% of the success in trading. The second part is the 80%, and that's the mental attitude of the trader. We will go over in detail both aspects and create a clear path for you to build a foundation for success in the markets. Now, very important, like I said before, this workshop is broken into two parts. The first is the educational one, and the second one is the application one. Most people equate success with lots of money. I'm going to speak a lot about this, but that's very wrong. You do not want to equate success to a lot of money. Success is a progressive realization of specific ideas and actions repeated over time. Let me put it to you like this. Children are happier on Christmas morning than they are on Christmas night because they're moving towards the presents. We are happier going on vacation than coming from it, right? So I can use many metaphors for this, but the basic point here is the movement of things and the attainment of goals. They don't stop. So success is an everlasting action. It does not stop. You cannot equate success to $1 billion because you can spend $1 billion. The point is creating more money, or 1,000,000 or 10,000 or so forth. So success is progress, continuous and consistent progress. That's what it's all about. So just a sec. Okay, let's move on. So this is the first point, and that's about making profits. Now remember, we're going to be going over education in the beginning, and then we're going to move on to other things. Making profits, really important. how to make profits. We're all here for profits, but the truth is that they are just a general side effect of doing the correct deeds day in, day out. That is how profits are made. When I speak to people, and I believe me, I've worked with thousands of traders, from working with different brokerages and even with my education businesses. Everyone tells you they're here for the money, and they rush so quickly to make it that they forget about the important stuff. Um, I'll put it to you like this. Um, Making money in the financial markets comes from doing specific things repeated over time. That's how money is made. Money is not made from, just one day you wake up, you open a trade, and boom, money's made. No. The point here is that we are going to be losing money in the markets. We are going to lose, and this is a game of probabilities, and we increase those probabilities by doing the correct deeds, following our system, and generally, using um, risk management and all of the other beautiful things that come with actual um, trading. So just a sec, just one sec, un momento, por favor. I just need to prepare my chart here on the other PC because I got a couple of trades running. Okay, the hardest part will be teaching you the mental aspect of trading and how to think like a winner and more importantly, act like a winner day in, day out. But we'll get to that too. So let's go over a couple of basic points. Don't focus on the money. I already told you, money is a side effect. The income, the money, the profits, they are a side effect of good and consistent deeds done day in, day out, every single day of the trading week, month, year. A very important thing that I'm going to be teaching you here is how to have structure. Now, if you join my team and my community, we're going to be doing a lot of private coaching and group coaching. In private coaching, I'm going to show you how you're different and every other person that you meet is completely different. So we need to create specific strategies and approaches using the exact same system and the mental aspects, but using a different approach. A very important thing for you to do is to learn the system inside out. Now, I've got courses for that. I've got the community, group sessions, and everything else. So I'm going to need you to basically invest time into this. A little bit of money, but a lot of time. Point number 4 here is that we need to trade every trade as a unique and totally different setup than before. It doesn't mean that if we had a contraction on Euro USD and we sold it, that the next contraction is going to work out too and make money. That doesn't mean anything. It only means that there is a chance of losing money on the next trade. And in fact, what I tell my clients and my traders all the time is that every trade is a loser until it's closed in profits. And that brings me to the next point. Expect to lose. And by expecting to lose and knowing that you will lose eventually, you will analyze better. You will have better risk management, better trade management. You'll keep your feet on the ground. Excitement has no room in the markets. I want you to be excited on a Saturday morning when you wake up and have no trades open and you've made a good ROI on your trades this week. You've achieved your targets, you made money, you're happy. Get out of your bed, clap your hands and say, yes, I did it. That's what you want to do. A very important aspect of my system is that we need to trade the best and leave the rest. I'd say a 4-letter word that starts with an F here, but let's leave it at leave. That means that we want to focus on doing the proper analysis, find the right trades, and get in. And if we're wrong, maybe even reverse our idea. Now, how to make profits. Last point of this slide is always, 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 sir, madam, stick to the fucking system and trading plan. Do not deviate from it. If you're making money, give yourself a good, strong slap so you get out of that Eurofia and focus and bring your feet back to the ground and focus on the thing you're here to make money. You're here to make money and not be right. I don't want to feed your ego. I want to feed your trading account and in return your bank account so you can feed your family, feed yourself, provide to your community, help other people and help yourself. Forget about being right. Let's focus on making profits. Okay, so the prime system. Now the prime system is pretty simple. It does not hold any hard to understand points. Your mission is to learn it and to apply it on 20 trades from now. When you're ready, and I'll know when you're ready, that's when we start applying it on 20 trades. Whether that's a live account or a demo, preferably live. you will see that if there is a positive edge, you don't need more than 20 trades to understand the system. Problem is most people stop at 5. They start doing some stupid stuff left, right, and center, start applying stupid things and techniques they know from before. So rule number 1, forget about everything you know if you want to become a success. You don't believe I'm in a success? I'll show you how much profits I've been making for my clients over the last couple of months. So 20 trades. You do that and you'll see that if there is a positive edge or not. So don't keep my word on it. Learn by application. But you got to do this on every single trade. Every single one of these 20 trades, you need to apply my system. You need to work with me. You need to talk to me. And then you'll really see the massive benefits that come with my trading system. Now, let's go over the general patterns before we go over them live on live charts. But before we do that, I just want to quickly go over the system components. We only use 3 indicators: an EMA set at 13, RSI set at 13, and Dow chain channel set at 30. In the next slide, you're going to learn the patterns we trade, and when we go over the actual charting, you'll understand exactly how to use them. But when you join our community, what will happen is you're going to get private sessions with me, so you can understand, so I can understand, and you can understand what type of trader you are based on how much time you have to analyze the markets, based on your mental aspects, if you're more based on your risk tolerance, based on your gambling addictions. And then we create a custom trading plan for you, because we're all unique. But keep in mind that plan is going to change over time. It's not always going to stay the same. So as we go, I'm going to keep I'm going to keep details of you in my CRM and understand slowly as you adapt and change. And maybe you quit your job eventually. Maybe you open up another business. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. But you as a person will change, and you do. Every couple of years, you totally change as a person. And my mission is to help you adapt and change and continue making those profits. Right, let's move to the next slide. The prime patterns. An important thing to note is that not all patterns work out all the time. So we cannot really over risk or rush when it comes to trading. The main 2 rules when it comes to charting are, and they must be followed at all times. I'll underline must be followed at all times. 1, always check the upside and the downside on every single trade. Doing so, you'll increase your odds of having success. 2, never deviate from the analysis procedure or rush it. In the next workshop, I'll show you the analysis procedure. Now, let's go over the general patterns before we go over them on live charts. Now, there are just a few. Contraction, the main pattern we trade, the one that usually gives us grand slam home run profits. Head and shoulders, double tops, double bottoms, bullish bearish continuations, bullish bearish buildups, and the free X pattern. Not more, not less than this. All of these patterns are connected with the Dow chain channel levels and the 13 EMA. We then decide what we do. Okay, so keeping profits. Now, before we go in that, bear with me for a second. We're going to go into the chart and I'll show you exactly what we're going to be doing, so I can show you how these patterns and our systems align. Now, if you join my community or you're already a part of my community, you can go to the onboarding section and find out exactly how you need to use, well, the system and everything else. Anyway, let's go to the charts. Okay, so check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. We've got Euro USD. We're selling Euro USD. There is a contraction here based on the hour. There is a fake out right there. See that? That is a beautiful little fake out. This is called a contraction. Starts wide at the bottom, tightens at the top. And there was this fake out. Price action tried to go down, could not break the 30%. But we did get out in profit over here. But then we had this here. So you see this Dow chain channel level? Oops. So you see price action pushes up, goes back down, creates this straight line. That is an important price action resistance level that we need to hold on to. Price action made a contraction here, and that gave us another signal to go short. We went down, we came up, and now we're using the middle of the Dow chain channel. See this purple level? That's the 50% of the high-low as a resistance. That gave us clarity to continue adding on to our trade, and we did. I'll show you that at the end of the workshop. And price action pushed strongly to the downside, and we're expecting price action to reach our take profit, which is the 50% of the contraction. But we need to break this here. As you see, price action tested this level, pushed up, tested this level, pushed up, and we're trying to break it. A very important factor when it comes to my system is time. We need to wait for this 34 minutes to be up before we make any trading decisions. Do we hold? Do we go to 61? Do we hold on to 61? One sec. Because this could be a take profit target too. But the fact is that on the 4-hour, this lines up with a very important support resistance level, and you can see that. So what we want to do is just be very careful when price action comes here and decide whether we hold to 61 or 50. My strategy for this here is I've got take profits on all of my compounded trades between 50 and 61. If I see support happening at 50, I'm going to get out and call it a day, take my profits, and wait for Saturday so I can clap my hands and say, wow, I'm a genius. Let's go on GBP USD. There is no pattern here, but I want to show you something. How the Dogecoin channel level works. See, we had strong bullish momentum here, and price action found resistance and then shot down strongly, creating this Dogecoin channel resistance level. You can see price action coming there again, pushing down and finding support at the next level. See that straight line? We are now testing it for the third time. If we cannot break it, any selling pressure should be cut out and we should focus on buying GBP USD. But there is still 32 minutes for this 4-hour candle, and there is two probabilities of price action movement. Either a secondary push and maybe a test of numerous different levels, either this sideways resistance or the Dogecoin channel level again, maybe even the next one up here. Or we could break this and then maybe go into new territory. And that could be, remember the word could, it's a very important word in trading. Not should, not will, could. It could go to many different levels. It could go down here, maybe even to the 50% of this, high-low here or high-low there. We don't know. That's one thing we don't know, and we do not want to try and predict what's going to happen. Here on Euro USD, we're waiting to see what price action does over the next 31 minutes. If it can break this, then we'll hold. If it can't, we might just have to get out, call it a day and say thank you, markets. Let's move on to something else. Setting up the chart is pretty simple. I use TradingView. You do not have to spend any extra money on this because it's, well, free. Yeah, so it looks good. I just need to answer a very quick message, and then we'll do it. We'll continue. Okay, so again, time factor is the most important thing. We cannot rush and get out of a trade just because we think it's finding support. We need to wait for the time to finish. Of course, if we see strong momentum to the upside, we'll just get out. All in all, this looks simple. Now, trades fail as well. Remember that. Look at this. We had a contraction here. Price action could not break 30%, pushed up, and then boom, back down, but still can't break 30%. This is the DAX. We did sell this, and we got stopped out. Generally, the way I would set the stop loss is like this. Let's say there is a contraction here. We would get in. I'd set my stop loss. You see this level here? I'd add on a few pips and just get out like that, and then set this here. So either 50% or 61. Clearly, this got stopped out, and I'm not ashamed to say it because I do lose trades, and it's only natural to lose trades. And keep in mind, you're gonna have to lose trades. So that's why you need risk management, essential risk management. Okay, give me a sec. Let's go back to the PowerPoint and let's go over keeping profits so you guys can understand exactly how that's done too. Alrighty, keeping profits, something not many of us are very good at. How to keep profits. The whole point when it comes to keeping profits is not to rush and use the time factor to your advantage. This means that the time's going to pass anyway, and that we are not here for just one day of trading. So just relax, focus on keeping your profits, and focus on trading those good trades. Remember what I said, trade the best, leave the rest. But even when you trade the best, you will lose money. Sometimes you're going to have a great setup and it's going to lose you money. And sometimes you're going to have a horrible setup and it's going to make you money. It's a normal. And we need to remember that every trade's different. So let's go over the 4 points here. Approach trading as a marathon and not a sprint. You're here for the long run. You're here to make this a stronger income than anything else in your life, and you can with time. Remember the time factor. 2, always use the system at all times. The complete system. Don't deviate from it. You're just going to lose money. I promise you, you're going to lose money. 3, this one is going to be a hard one to grasp. Do not depend on trading for an income for at least the first 3 months. Don't. Most people come here, they already have visions of going to the Bahamas, driving luxury cars, quitting their job and just sitting at home and trading. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be worth it, but you need to be smart about it. Hey, listen, doctors, architects, they all start their jobs with the idea of making good money, but the money is a side effect of their job. Remember that. If an architect builds bad buildings that break, he's going to not get paid, right? So if you do not use the system completely and manage your emotional states, you're not going to make money. If a doctor goes and starts killing people, he's not going to make money anymore, right? Nobody's going to want to go to him. He'll probably end up in jail too. So that's the same with trading. Remember, that's how it works. You need to focus on doing the do's so you won't have time for the don'ts. The don'ts is over trading, over exposure, no risk management, no complete system, no structure, no organization, no positive mental attitude. Those are the don'ts. Now when you're busy, a busy mind has no time for these kind of things. Anyway, expect to lose and prepare to lose. Remember Benjamin Franklin. If you prepare to win, you're going to win. If you prepare to lose, you're going to lose. Well, no, that's totally wrong. Expect to lose, guys and girls. Prepare to lose, and you're going to manage your risks. You're going to manage your risks because you will lose. Even if you have a 90% win ratio, that doesn't mean you're going to win 9 trades and lose 1. That could mean you're going to lose 10 in a row. So if you don't have good risk management, you're going to end up bust. In my time at brokers, I remember this gentleman from Saudi Arabia. He had a 97% win ratio, but he's lost over $250,000 in 1 month. Why? Small profits, big losses, no risk management, no control. Every time a trade was in profit, close, 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 close. He wasn't letting his trades move. Why? Because he did not have a complete system. My system tells me where do I get in, where do I get out, where do I take a loss. That's a complete system. Now, as the most important lesson, focus on becoming a master of managing trades by trading with the probability mindset. We are going to go over the probability mindset later on in the next session actually, but here I'm going to explain it to you like this. The probability mindset says that I'm in Euro USD and there is chances of XYZ happening. I do not care that, I'm not going to bet and hope that it's going to go to 50% and my take profit's going to be reached. I'm saying there is a probability that in the next 25 minutes from now, price action could find support at that level I showed you. But it also could break out of it. It could retrace all the way back up. There are probabilities, and I need to understand them, accept them, deal with them, and trade them. My friends, that's how you keep your profits. Now, multiplying profits. This is going to be tough. Your mission is consistent and compounded weekly and monthly gains. Aside from following the system at all times and focusing on the compounded gains, that is all that matters. There's only 3 points here. I like to keep things simple. That's how I'm effective. Your income from trading should be secondary. Target quarterly withdrawals based on a set percentage of your profits. 2, always use the primed compounding formula. I'm going to show it to you in a second. 3, take it 1 day at a time and 1 trade at a time. Gents, ladies, let's go over the compounded gains. This is what the compounded gains are. I have a client who deposited 55,000 euros. It says pounds here, but it's euros. Our weekly target growth is 5%. This is the balance module. This is how the account's supposed to grow. So after 12 weeks, it's supposed to be at 94,000. We are already above 100,000. This has to be updated today. But basically, if you target 5%, you're looking at 55,000 turning into this much. Can you do it? Yeah, of course you can do it. Will you do it? Probably not, because you're not going to follow the system at all times. You're not going to have structure. You're going to deviate from things. You're going to go bust. But if you have me and my team on your side, and you talk to us, and we talk to you, and we work as a team, we're going to achieve things. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. You got a dream? Well, that's our mission, to help you achieve your dream. So basically, this here tells us exactly what lot size we should be trading. What is our target profit? What is our target balance? So if I start at 55 and I achieve 76, my next target is 80, not 60 anymore. And I want to grow by 5%. Now, I've been growing well here. And once I update this, you'll see. We are more than 106,000 so far. And that's going really, really good. And we're going to continue to grow it because we've got structure. We have no emotions anymore in our trading. We're organized and we have specific targets. Let's go back to the course so I can explain a few more things. Okay, we're almost done. This was a quick session, and this next one's going to be much, much longer. We have a lot of new people here, so once I end this right here, we're going to go into the Q&A. I'm not going to show the Q&A to everyone. If you want to have questions answered, shoot me an email at Dennis, that's DENIS, at pipsmatter.com, soon to be something else. Okay, so you want to continue learning and trading with us? Send me your email and I'll get you in our community in the next hour. Part 2 of the profit session will be done only for the community members. So if you guys want to join, make sure you attend. Well, make sure you send me an email. That's all I've got for you for now. Thanks for attending, and I'll see you guys in the next session. Bye now.